Can you check? Might be. Anyway, I'll change the form. Again, I have to check that. Just was English. Is Derek? 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 Okay. Dheeraj? Dheeraj, are you here? Okay, Dheeraj is here. Fadil?
Yes, ma'am.
Fadil is here. Yusuf? Maheshwar? Maheshwar is here. 19. Look at the class. Aaron? Where is Aaron? Is Aaron absent today, boys? Is Aaron? He was present. I think so. I need to speak to parents. Seven more. Nabil? Nabil is here. Nabil? Okay, Nabil is here. Austin, Derek, Farhan. Jatin. Jatin.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Surya. Surya.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Shamshul.
Ma'am, I'm here.
Hitesh. Hitesh.
Yes, ma'am.
Anyway, I'll start the class first. I have put a question in your chat box. Just go through the question. We'll start the class first. Are you able to hear me? Boys?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now look at the question. The question tells you a parallel plate capacitor. A parallel plate capacitor is a parallel plate capacitor is charged battery, which in turn is disconnected. A dielectric slab is then inserted in the space between the plates. Explain what happens, if any, occurs in the value of first one, the capacitance, second one, potential difference between the plates, third one, electric field between the plates, and the energy stored in the capacitor. Now, this is the question. So, you have a parallel plate capacitor. What? Plate capacitor charged. Right. Now, it is charged by using a power supply. Next, from the power supply. So when it is disconnected from the power supply, you're putting a dielectric medium between the plates of the capacitor. Now the question is, what happens to the capacitance of the capacitor? The moment you put a dielectric medium, the capacitance of the capacitor will increase K times, where K is the dielectric constant. Why such question often repeats? This is called dielectric constant. So the first part, the capacitance of the capacitor increases by K times. Right, boys? Increases by K times.
Ma'am.
Now the second part of the question, now when you disconnect it from the battery, you're disconnecting from the power supply, the potential difference will not be a constant. What happens? Whatever charges that are being stored will remain the same. This is disconnected. When you disconnect the capacitor from the power supply, the potential difference across the capacitor will not be same as what you had over there. Your charges which are stored remains a constant. So in the second case, charges remains a constant. Okay, if charges remains a constant, what happens to the potential difference? What is the relation between charge, the capacitance, and the potential difference across the capacitor? Q is equal to C upon V. Now, what is V? V is equal to Q by C. Q is a constant because whatever charges are being stored, that remains a constant. So V is inversely proportional to C. Now, yeah. So in that case, if C increases by K times, what happens to V? Decreases by K times, right? The statement was, therefore, V decreases by K times.
Ma'am, is it the same for when it's connected in a battery?
It is?
Ma'am, is it the same for when it's also connected in a battery?
No, that we'll do next numerical. We'll do what happens when it's still connected to the battery. When you're disconnecting it from the power supply, the potential difference across the plates will change, but the charges stored will remain a constant, right? But this is the factor. This is always the same. Whenever you put a dielectric medium, then the capacitance will increase by K times. Yeah. Completed, boys. Great. So B decreases by K times. Now next we have to check what happens to the electric field. You should know the relation between electric field and the electric potential. Can I go for the next one? Boss, can I go for Jatin?
Yes.
Jatin,
Yes, ma'am.
shall I go for the next one?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, you can go.
Okay. So now next one, third one, electric field. Between the plates Right, boys? No, we'll check what will happen. The relation between B is equal to E into D. This is potential. This is your electric field strength. Electric field strength, and D is the distance between the plates. Okay. So the distance between the plates, D remains a constant. Then, therefore, E is directly proportional to V. So if V decreases by K times, what will happen to E? E will also decrease by K times. But all these relations are important. So E is going to decrease by K times. Then, see, electrostatic energy has different formulas. Now, you should know which formula to be used, right? But we have to use a formula where Q is involved because Q remains a constant. Your Q remains a constant. So, which one will you use? The energy stored in the capacitor so you have the general formula U is equal to half CV square, or I can go for, you can go Q by C square, or you can go Q and V. What is the relation between half?
And half
This will
Q.
be QV, okay, V square, right? So U is equal to half Q into V. So now look at this, Q is a constant. Here Q is a constant. So you have to go for a relation where Q remains a constant. When Q is a constant, U is directly proportional to V. U is directly proportional to V. What does it mean? If V decreases by K times, what happens to U? Decrease by K times. If U decreases, if V decreases by K times, U will also decrease by K times. Complete this first. So I'll put the next question in the chat box. Yes. Difficult for you people to learn? Yesterday I had put state and proof Gauss's theorem. It's a very small, yes? Yes, yes. Sir is done. No? Gauss's theorem, sir did. So before that, Gauss's theorem was taught. Sir started Gauss's theorem, right? You haven't done proof. It's a very small derivation. It's difficult? Okay, fine. Let me do some of the numericals which are left over, then I'll come back. Have you completed this? Okay. Look at the next question. I've put it in the chat box. Should I write or should I read out?
Ma'am, the one that you put in the chat box is the same as the first
right now. Right now,
And
the
it's-
same type of question, but the question is that the battery is not disconnected. The battery is still connected and you are
Yeah, but the
introducing
question
a
is the
dielectric
same one.
slab.
It's not
Yeah,
a different one.
The question is the
I-
same one.
There's no,
The same one did I? Okay. No, boys. The is there? Look at the question. It looks similar. Only the battery remains connected. Can you check that?
No, ma'am,
It's the battery remaining connected.
In the
No, ma'am,
question, and the second one that you sent is written.
In the first question, in the first question, battery was disconnected. The second question, battery is disconnected.
I'm
Okay,
here.
then
It's
what?
disconnected.
Okay, then in that case, I'll repost. Battery remains connected. Okay, fine. I think I would have taken the other one. Okay. I'll put the other numerical. Yeah. So in the next case, the battery is still connected. Was second numerical, right? You have a capacitor. It's connected. It's in the charging process. Now you are putting a dielectric material of dielectric constant K. Now what is going to happen? Your dielectric material, your capacitance increases by K times because K is a dielectric constant. Always remember, the moment you put a dielectric medium, capacitance increases K times, electric field will decrease by K times. That's very important. Capacitance increases by K times, electric field will decrease by K times. You can write capacitance increases by K times. Okay. Generally, your electric field will increase by K times. Then what happens to the potential difference? D is equal to E into D. D is a constant. Yes. It still remains a constant, but the problem is that you are introducing a dielectric medium. Dielectric medium would not have been there. The potential difference still remains a constant. So now in this case, V is proportional to E. So V decreases by
Ma'am,
yes.
like it's still connected to the same voltage source, right? So why is V
Connected
decreasing?
to the voltage source, but you have a dielectric medium now. The moment you put a dielectric, the electric field will decrease.
And so this charge remain constant here?
Charges, see, if it is in the charging process, charges will not remain a constant. If it is in the charging, if it is completely charged, fine. When it is completely charged, it's okay. But if it is in the process of charging, then it will become okay. Now look at this. How will charge remain a constant? You just, if it is completely charged. If it is completely charged, will charge remain a constant? If C increases by K times, V decreases by K times, then charge should remain a constant. Now, in case if it is completely charged, if it is not completely charged, then what is going to happen? The charges keeps on increasing. So that has to be very clear over here. If it is completely charged or it is in the mode of charging. So charges remains a
Ma'am,
constant.
like when you put the dielectric, then its capacitance increases. So it will be able to get more charges, right?
So it will get more charges. The thing is that if it is it's completely because you're using a DC supply board. If you are using a DC supply, now what happens is charging takes place till your potential difference across the capacitor becomes equal to the PD across the capacitor becomes equal to the battery voltage. If it is in the process of charging, fine. Once it is completely charged, the charges remains a constant. So you have to be a little bit careful in writing. If you write, you can write once the capacitor is completely charged. It's completely charged, then this is fine. But if it is in the process of charging, then you have to go for the other method. So then you can check with your energy also. If the power supply, things would be different. It is a DC supply. Your capacitor keeps on charging, right? And once the potential difference across the plates reaches the battery potential, it stops charging. That's it. So that's why it blocks DC. These questions are, some of these questions might not be clear. Yeah. Then it is, that depends upon whether it is in the mode of charging or whether it is completely charged. There are two things which can happen over here. Because once it is charged, no more charges will flow through the circuit. It stops. That is why we said DC capacitor blocks DC. It works only with AC.
Ma'am, so
I have
energy
not
stored
done
in the
numerical.
capacitor is a constant?
Yes, what? Now you have to just use, once a capacitor is completely charged, the charge remains a constant. No more charging will take place.
Ma'am, why does E decrease?
So the moment,
this-
I think so, we have studied about the dielectric medium. When you put a dielectric medium between two parallel plates, what is going to happen?
Okay, ma'am.
Your electric field will decrease. There will be an
Decrease,
induced
yeah.
electric field, which opposes the applied electric field. So the net electric field inside the capacitor, the dielectric medium will decrease. But learn your polarization properly. You might get a case-based question, polarization. Learn your polarization, the topic from your textbook. Learn the process of charging by conduction, the process of charging by induction. Please learn, right? I'll send some reasoning and assertion, not reasoning and assertion and case-based questions. Did you check? Check, boys, check. Because you can get questions for case-based questions, especially from polarization. So read your textbook thoroughly. It can be your Faraday's cage, electrostatic shielding. It can be your carbon resistors, the color code resistors. It can be from charging by conduction, induction. So all that which is given in your textbook, go through your textbook once. If I have time, then I can.
Ma'am, energy decreases by K times, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Shall I go for the next one? I haven't done numericals on heat energy and power. I don't think so. Okay. Right, boy. The next one, numericals on heat energy. What are the formulas you have? What? H is equal to I squared RT. H is equal to V squared by R into T. H is equal to, you have to select the formula whether it is a series connection or a parallel connection. Right, boy. Two wires. I'm just writing the question. Two wires. But I have uploaded a paper. Just check whether I have uploaded a paper or not. When I'm sharing, did I upload a paper? Just check what. I don't know whether I uploaded. Otherwise, right. Two wires A and B of same radial. Okay. I'm just checking whether I have uploaded the paper. Yeah, today. The schedule of the meeting is not okay. Same material and having same length. Having same length, have their cross-sectional area in the ratio 1:6. What would be the ratio of heat produced? When same voltage is applied. when same voltage is applied across them. Okay. Now look at the question. A and B of same material. Same material is what? Resistivity will be the same. It was same length. L will be same. Only the thickness are in the ratio 1:6. So area will be different. What would be the ratio of the heat energy when the same voltage is being applied? Is that clear, boy? So in that case, which equation will you use? The second one. B is a constant, right? So H is equal to V square R into T. Do it in different method. You put V as constant, T is also constant. H is inversely proportional to R. Or else you can use this formula. This you can keep. What is A? HA will be B squared because, okay, what is R? R is equal to rho L by A. So, that's correct. Yeah, you can use any of these equations. Up to you, boys. So, HA will be equal to R is rho. Rho is going to be the same for both the materials. Rho. The length is also going to be the same, right? Divided by, it will be area of the first one. Correct? So what is that you are going to get? V square rho L. What is HB? It will be V square rho L into this of the wire. Now you divide both. Equation 1 and 2, boys. Divide this equation, boys. 1 by 2. What is that you get? Okay. HA by HB will be equal to, okay, thickness of the first wire. So what is the thickness? 1:6. What's on capacitor worksheet I have uploaded. I don't know whether you people have done that. Long back I've uploaded in your file section. Shall I go for the next one? Those who have completed, and I'm still moving for the next question. Capacitors have numericals on capacitors. You check. Sorry, worksheet, uploaded worksheet on capacitors in your physics file section. Try to do, boys. Don't waste your time. I'm
ma'am,
waiting for the others to do. Yes.
ma'am, what happened to the T in the formula?
What happened to the?
A T in the formula. Like H is equal to V square by R.
T because you are sending the current for the same amount of time, boys.
Okay, ma'am.
That's what you have to consider. Shall I go for the next one? A capacitor. I can't say that. That is sometimes board will check for that. Just go through your textbook. Boys, a capacitor worksheets are there. Next one, 2 wires. Right, boys? 2 wires of manganese and copper. 2 wires of manganese. The moment manganese is an alloy and copper have equal length, and equal resistances which of these wires will be thicker? So R is equal to rho L by A. Yes? Yeah, that's it. Alloy will have always a resistivity greater than your metal. Okay, boys? So, right. Now, I'll go for manganese Rm by Rc. That will be rho.
Ma'am, alloys
Rho
have more
M.
resistance than metal.
Yes, you can just directly, because R is, what you can do is, L is a constant. L is a constant.
Yes, ma'am.
Then R is a constant. So what I can do is, in this equation, because they want the thickness, A is equal to R rho by L. So which is a constant? L is a constant. R is a constant. A is directly proportional to rho. Can go this way also. Boys, the question is about the thickness. This is thickness or area of cross section. Thickness or area of cross section. So area of cross section is directly proportional to your resistivity. Now what will you do this, boys, right? Since rho of manganese, an alloy, is greater than a metal, so your manganese wire will be greater than, the thickness will be greater than that of your copper. All graph-based questions are important, boys. See, whenever you have such questions, heat energy or heat energy, whenever you have a question, if both have been connected to the same power supply, V is a constant. So you have to use the equation H is equal to V squared by R into T. Suppose if the wires are being connected in series, I is a constant, then you have to go for the equation H is equal to I squared RT. Are you clear, boys? Series connection, H is equal to I squared RT. Parallel connections, H is equal to V squared by R into T. Same way, sometimes we'll ask the power of two different resistors, what will be the power dissipated? You know the formula for power. P is equal to, only T you have to remove from H. Should I do the numerical on power? No need. Next one. Draw this graph, boys. You should know the graph also. Shall I go for the graph-based question? Okay. V and I okay, T1 and T2, wire 1, wire 2. Which of these temperature is low? This is low temperature. Okay. Now what does V versus I graph give? Slope. Slope gives you the resistance. So V versus I graph. I versus V will give you the reciprocal of the slope. So right. Slope 1 is greater than slope 2. Direct. Slope 1 is greater than slope 2. Okay, which means what? R1 is greater than R2. Since your resistance increases with temperature. This is important, boys. R is directly proportional to T. Then what happens here? T2 is of low temperature. That's correct. Right, boy. If I have an I versus V graph, this A, which would give a parallel connection. Which is a parallel connection. Can you check? What does I versus V slope gives you? What does the slope gives you? 1 by R, correct? Okay. Slope of A is greater than slope of B from the graph. So 1 by RA is greater than 1 by RB. Yes, sir. They are asking which is a parallel connection. So which means RB is greater than RA. So this corresponds to series connection, because in series connection the total resistance will be higher, and this represents parallel connection. But such questions are important. For such graph-based questions, practice. Tomorrow's class, shall we practice reasoning and assertion and case-based question? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
But I have to do numericals. I feel you people are not convenient of doing numerical on electrical potential energy. Shall I make a worksheet on electrical potential energy stored in a configuration? Potential and potential energy is tough for you. I'm asking you. Current electricity is fine.
I think
Okay. Gauss's theorem application. Okay. Yes, boys, those who have completed can leave. So before starting your case-based questions, you want that polarization to be rethought, right? Okay.